Hi, everyone. As promised, I am back to give you an update on how I'm doing. But first, let me start by saying how much I appreciated the messages of love and support from my last post. They really meant a lot to me as I was recovering, and I'm glad some of you found the information useful. Thank you, sincerely. So, I'm happy to report that my progress has continued and I feel practically back to normal. I am lucky enough to be in the 80% of diagnosed cases that have not required hospitalization. That's an important statistic. I've pretty much been staying in bed taking my medication, but more on that later. As of now, I have no symptoms other than a little residual congestion, which should clear up very soon. I do remain in isolation, though, where, according to my expert representative, Lauren, from the Hawaii State Department of Health, with whom I've been talking every single day, I am to remain until Monday. Now, why Monday? Because according to our state's guidelines, self-isolation from my family can stop 3 days after the respiratory symptoms disappear without the help of drugs, and 7 days from when the symptoms started, whichever is longer. So for me, that's Monday. Sound confusing? It kind of is. So be sure to check with the CDC website for more information. Now, it's also important to note here that I will not be tested again. Though for peace of mind, I would love to be. I'm told that once I meet those requirements, I'm considered recovered. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm not subject to any curfews or any other community guidelines. It just means I'm able to interact with my family again like a normal human being. By the way, thanks so much for the kind words regarding my family as well. I am happy to report that they are still symptom-free and just bored like the rest of us. Anyway, the other reason I won't be tested again is more serious. There just aren't enough tests for everyone who needs them. This continues to be a serious problem in our country, not to mention the general shortage of medical supplies. This mystifies me, considering we had a several-month head start in preparing for this outbreak. Anyway, if you or your organization can do anything to help our caregivers help us, please consider it. So, given all this, there was no way I would want to use another test kit on myself when it could be used for someone else in need. But the main reason I wanted to post today was because one of the first questions that people asked me was, what medicines did you take? Now, some of my friends even asked me that before they asked how I was doing, which was funny. But I think it speaks to people's real need for help and information right now. So, not just sharing it with my friends, I wanted to share with all of you the medications I use to help recover. Before I do, though, I need to say this in bold letters. Obviously, I am not a doctor, nor am I a lawyer, though I have played them on TV. I've always wanted to say that. So please don't take my word as that of a medical professional. I also don't know all the proper legalese to protect myself in these situations, so forgive me if I don't use all the right disclaimers, okay? That said, here is a treatment protocol I followed as prescribed by my amazing doctor. It was what's called a drug cocktail, which means it's a combination of different drugs. It consisted of Tamiflu, which is an antiviral, the antibiotic azithromycin, more commonly known as a Z-Pak, a glycopyrrolate inhaler that was used to ease breathing and the inflammation that's commonly associated with COVID. And here's what I consider to be the secret weapon: hydroxychloroquine. This is a common antimalarial drug that has been used with great success in Korea in their fight against the coronavirus. And yes, this is the drug that the president mentioned the other day. It is also the drug that Dr. Anthony Fauci cautioned us about. He said that evidence that the drug was promising is anecdotal, and that is correct. It means it wasn't studied and it's only based on personal accounts. Well, add my name to those personal accounts because I am feeling better. It's definitely true that using this drug for COVID-19 is considered off-label, which means that it's not approved to use specifically to fight this virus. So I won't say that it's a cure, and I won't say definitively that you should go out and use it. But what I will say is that I believe it was crucial to my recovery. I believe the entire mixture of drugs was crucial to my recovery. Now, if you want a little visual evidence of how this mix is positively affecting patients, you can visit my friend Dr. Paul Song's Instagram account. That is spelled Paullysong, Pauly Song. He was posting about that the other day, and that post, in part, encouraged me to share my treatment protocol with you. The other question I was asked a lot about was my dosage. Now that I won't really speak to because my dosage was tailored specifically to what my doctor knows about me. Obviously, everyone is different, so I would encourage you to ask your doctor or a doctor. I also want to point out that one of the reasons I was able to recover quickly, I believe, is because I was lucky enough to start taking these drugs before my fever got severe. As I mentioned the other day, my temperature started to rise, and that's when I was able to talk to my doctor. If you're able to recognize your symptoms quickly, try and ask your doctor about them as soon as you can. Okay, so that's today's update. But just a note before I go. I won't be addressing the politics of this issue in posts like this anymore, except to say this. My political beliefs may not be the same as yours, but especially in times like this, what's most important is that we put people over politics and take care of one another. It's in that spirit that I'm sharing all of this information with you. Now, if you want to learn more about the issue I referred to in my earlier post, though, please visit the Instagram account NextShark. Sorry, let me say that again. Please visit the Instagram account NextShark, and that's spelled NEXTSHARK, like the fish. Anyway, I hope you found this information helpful, and more importantly, please stay safe, happy, and above all, healthy. Aloha, everybody.